for them. A lot of people don't like you. No, they like what you could do for them. Only what you could do. They pretend to be nice. Gas him up to their legs. As long as they're getting what they want, they're right by your side. But whenever you're down, they're never around. When time for them to return the favor, nowhere to be found. A lot of people don't like you. No, they like what you could do for them. Only what you could do for them. A lot of people don't like you. No, they like.
And that is the God's honest truth.
Nowadays you can't trust people. So much of them so damn fake. All they want to do is use you. In humans you can't put faith.
Up and running on this Thursday, March 28th, Holy Thursday, final Thursday in the month of March, final Thursday in the ladies' room, right? Next time we do this, it'll be a brand new month. You're nice. Good morning, Shante. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Jackie Chaitan. What's she come here with those eyes about? What's your problem? What those eyes for?
They pretend to be nice.
What the eyes about, Miss Jacqueline? Morning, Jay Laborde. Morning, Michelle. Narissa, I haven't seen you in a minute. You good? I haven't seen you in a while in the room. I hope all is well. Morning, Melvin Brown. Happy Thursday. Shout out to my sister. Nasha, good morning, Gluma. Good morning. Talker of the Grenada Kasiri. Welcome, Bobby. Also. Molly, good morning. Good morning, Jay. Madam Fortune, good morning. You good? Morning, Luke. Good morning. How are you? Morning, Ingrid. Crony morning. What are you all doing up the hill for Kayla's birthday? Nothing. What are we doing? Morning, Carol. Morning, Lavelle. Princess Felix, good morning. Shout out to our folks in the US, Canada, the UK, wherever you are right now, hearing the sound of my voice. Morning was dry. November. Alexandra, good morning. Blessings on this glorious. Jackie, why you couldn't come in the room like what's her name? Like Alexandra. Listen to her greeting. Blessings on this glorious Thursday, Grenada. Why can't you just come in here and be filled with well wishes? Why as soon as you reach, you start some sort of confusion? Why is confusion so you have this Confucius spirit about you? You see how they beat Judas? We need to do you the same thing too. Just like beat the confusion out of you because I don't understand. Anyways, I thought you say you're coming in Springs for the Easter weekend. Plans change or something? Anywho's. Good morning, Kamisha. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Nikki. Like water white by your side for the weekend or what? Long weekend, so? Well, be like that sometimes. Morning, Wendy. How's Toronto this morning? Hope all is well. Good morning, Janelyn. Irvin. Good morning. Happy Easter. Sima. Listen, I like Sima. I just wish Sima could get the help that she needs. Sima is such a beautiful soul, you know? Drugs, man. This thing called drugs. Morning, Christine. Giads, good morning. And those of you viewing on YouTube, good morning. If you're viewing on Facebook, YouTube, or listening on radio 95.1, 95.3, or online, welcome to the show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. She from down by the bushery, so you can't really get mad at her. What happens in the bushery? Yeah, she from down by the bushery, Papa. Anywho's, shout out to the guys at Arena Warm, Rosie Bar, Grandad's Beach Bar. Okay, so it's Arena Warm, Rosie's Bar, and Grandad's Beach Bar. All right. Shauna, you in which place? I hope you're in the place you mean in on the live or not in the place as in Grenada place because you were about to get a Jackie. I'm just saying. Hmm. I'm not going back to nothing, crony. I'm being myself. That chapter is closed. I'm being myself. You bought plant food? Yes, I did. Don't tell me but go back to nothing, not a zilch. You gotta be yourself. Can be accepted for that? Then, oh well. That's the thing. You can't just keep making changes and people don't do jack. You can't do, nah. That's not how it works. Life is too short to, you know, spend most of it trying to live up to what other people like and their expectations. And when it comes to you, it's whatever. No. Told you 2024 is a different year for me. You're not getting it, right? I hope you do soon. 2024 and about, no. So, we have a lot happening. We Papa, we Constance going, Constance deck off, so I reach under his way anyway. So yeah, speaking of which, I saw two things on Facebook this morning that really, really grinded my gears before we get into the meat of the matter. Of course, you guys know yesterday we had Jelani here speaking on, well, there's two things. We had Jelani here speaking about, the fire victims and, seeking help. And of course, a group coming together, but it was already there, but they've just, decided to be like the one-stop shop to help in the rebuilding process and getting what these people need. And I saw someone that I'm kind of cool with, cool, not like friend, we'll be cool. We'll, chit chat once in a blue moon, but very cool. And it really broke my heart to see this person, posting a picture of somebody who's not even associated with, the group doing what they're doing and accusing them of being con man and yada yada yada. And on this Holy Thursday, it's like sometimes I really wonder about us. It's like we are our own worst enemies. We're at a crisis. People don't have to do it. These people could be left to figure things out on their own. These people don't have to volunteer their time, nor do nothing. You're not obligated to. But out of community spirit and love, folks decided to band together and spearhead something. Now, I'm all for calling for transparency and asking that, okay, whether it's money, whether it's whatever the case might be, let us have a transparent process and pray that, it will go to the intended, towards the intended purpose. But to take somebody's picture and throw it up on social media and, put labels to them as being con this and con that, and why are we like this? So I scroll through the person's page and I'm looking to see, okay, where they said they're going to do something of their own, considering the group they claim is questionable. And I scrolled all the way back to January, although the incident happened this week, just to see where they said, you know what? I don't trust this person, but this is what I am going to do. This is how I'm going to rally my support. Nothing, not a zilch. Not even I'm going to donate a mint or a toothbrush or a pair of boxers. Nothing. But here we are trying to tear apart something that somebody's giving their time and attention to. It's a long Easter weekend. I'm sure these people could find some rum to go and drink somewhere and free up their weekend. People look forward to Easter weekend. They can go, there's Garifta, there's this, that, and the other happening all over the place. I'm sure they can take their time to go find something to drink some rum somewhere. Yeah, let us not do that. If we can't genuinely assist, sometimes it's better to not say anything at all. We ain't have to be in everything. And if you have misgivings, you can address to the group your concern. Because one person was highlighted. If you have an issue with said person, bring it to the attention of the group. Let them know, hey, I'm not comfortable with this person being involved. Is there any other way? Yada, yada, yada. But nothing of the sort. But we can be our own worst enemies. Imagine in a crisis, we can't even. It's worrisome, you know. It's really, really, truly, truly concerning. It's completely okay to have misgivings, to be uncomfortable with certain things, and it's okay to address the person directly or address, like I said, the group. Go to them and let them know how you feel about whatever. But there are some people who just thrive on being negative. There are some people who just thrive on, okay, every opportunity they get to stick something into somebody, they would, regardless of the reasons, regardless, whatever. And I saw another one as well. For somebody that age, sometimes I seriously worry about you. It's like they say age supposed to bring reasoning, but some of y'all, the older you get, you don't have reason, you're not seasoned, you don't have nothing. It's just blah. Like you just throw some chicken in a pot of water to make chicken soup when you ain't seasoned the meat before. And I just throw the chicken in the pot and it fresh and all kind of nastiness going on with it. Some of y'all just no seasoning, no time and place. Not everything is for social media. Y'all just love destabilizing and bringing problems and everything. And y'all think you're doing something good. No, you're not. Because there are people who are intended to give and they see these things, they'll immediately stop and be like, well, okay, let me hold up, let me see what's going on. Not knowing whether there's truth to it or not truth to it. Because at the end of the day, everybody's scrunching, everybody's trying to make ends meet. Everybody, as much as you want to help, you want to make sure it gets where it's supposed to go. People didn't just have money just lying around with no use for it. So if they choose to give from the goodness of their heart, they want to make sure it's going to the right place. So now you're going to have people thinking twice. When something like that could be taken to the group behind closed doors, to members of the group, and say, this is my concern. So make sure you guys keep an eye out. Make sure you guys have everything, your I's dotted and your T's crossed and stuff like that. Moving on. So, Mr. Blessed and productive morning to you, Queen. Is it possible one morning you can speak on child abuse in Grenada? Don't see this as me telling you how to run your program. Just that we need to raise more awareness on what's going on. Well, maybe you're new to the program, but I'm always speaking on abuse. It's not something that I ever stop doing. Every so often I have programs dedicated to that. But point noted, we do. And a matter of fact, yeah, the last time we did, a matter of fact, for about 3 or 4 days, we were speaking on, of course, Esther in Karaku, who was unalived by her stepfather. We did speak on that. And it's something we do. So maybe we can start doing it. Maybe we can try to do something on that at least once a week. But we do speak on it, and it's not suggestions are always welcome. We're not like that over here. It's a democracy over here. Everybody's entitled to make suggestions. So I welcome that. But just to let you know as well, we do. So maybe we can do some more. But we really we do. And the next thing I wanted to touch on as well, before we go into the long weekend, had the folks this morning promoting the Pump It Up walk. And, a thought that crossed my mind is, it's been so many years now, Co-op Bank has been trying to raise, the funds to have the rehabilitation center rebuilt, home rebuilt, and what have you. And it just saddens me that Cooperate Grenada and other partners, and to some extent, even the government of Grenada, then whatever the case might be, don't seem to understand the importance or the urgency to have a rehabilitation center. All it takes is to walk around town on a daily basis, and sometimes you're seeing new faces coming to town that you definitely know is under the influence. It's not just mental health problems they suffer with. You can see they're under the influence, whether it's hard drugs, whether it's alcohol. And we all know we have an alcohol problem on this rock. The Prime Minister said certain things to that effect a couple of weeks ago when that press conference was held. Alcohol is a big problem, and a lot of people don't Either they don't know, or they prefer to be, or pretend they don't know that they have an alcohol problem. There are some people who cannot function, cannot go an entire day without having a drink or several drinks. It's like a coping mechanism. And if you need alcohol to cope, you have a problem. There are some people who it's not easy to say, okay, I'm not drinking for this month. Okay, during Lent they say you're giving up something. They can't even say, what, I'm giving up alcohol for Lent. It's like, what? Are you mad? So we have a serious alcohol problem, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, and all those things. And to me, if we don't take care of our people, then we can build 1,000,000 hotels, we can develop the rock, we can do whatever. If our people aren't taken care of, it's all for naught. Because this rock without the people is nothing. If we just leave it alone, you'll just see bush springing up everywhere, grass, whatever, trees growing any and everywhere. So our people are our greatest resources. And if we can't invest, and we don't think it's important to invest in our people, then we have a serious problem. And I think the time is ripe. It is now, since we're talking about transformation and all these things, to start investing more in our people who need the help, people who suffer from whether mental or substance abuse. It's time for that building to be up and running so people can get the help they need. It is of utmost importance. All right, so I hope we'll see something happening soon. Terry says he needs to put the cap higher. Listen, Terry, one thing I've realized, you see things like cigarettes and alcohol, no matter how much you cap it, once somebody is addicted to something, they could cap, but a beer could be for $20. They're going to buy it still. Unless you recognize you have a problem, doesn't matter how much you cap it, they're going to buy it. Because no matter how much money they put up on cigarettes and what have you, people buying it still. Because they're addicted to it. It's an addiction. They're still buying it. So unless you deal with the core, the root of the problem, which is your addiction, we can cap until Jesus come, rise from the dead again. Capping and doing nothing. It's a start. But if a man used to buy 10, you'll probably buy 9. Or if he used to buy 5, you'll probably buy 4. Or it's not going to stop him from buying. Even if they have to take out money from one place to put it in another. Judas brother rich. What's going on? Judas sister here, Judas brother here. Anywho's, as I was saying, so we have to get to the root of the problem. We can't just put band-aids on everything and expect it to go away. It doesn't work that way. We have to figure out what makes that sore open time and time again. What's the underlying causes? Instead of just, putting a band-aid on it. With Mary Magdalene. Yeah, all them Judas only have a couple more days to betray Christ. Morning, Sonia. Mr. Ray, listen. All I'm asking for, Mr. Ray, is patience for the next couple of days. The Lord knows I need it. Patience. I need it. The little drips I had, it gone. Because that individual already stressed me out for the morning. And you know of whom I speak. Nurse Sarana, good morning. Hope you're well. Thanks for shining a light on the topics that are taboo. Thank you for making your program a safe space to share. Yes, detox and recovery is needed, and I'm working extremely hard to bring my initiative into fruition. Wherever and however I can help, you know where to find me. Because these are things that I'm really, really passionate about. So, because you don't play, Lord Jesus. So, when could you respond to Jackie, please? I'll have I'll have the energy. Morning, Janique. Respond to Jacqueline Selvin. I appreciate it. So this young man messaged me last night, and y'all seriously need to talk to your sons. We make us think about talking to your daughters, but y'all are forgetting it takes two to tango. And y'all sons are having unprotected coitus, intercourse, whatever, with people as soon as the little piggy could do what it's supposed to do. And it seems as though there's no guidance. Nobody's telling them what to do. All they know, they feel that way, and there's only one way to get out of that feeling, so they just do it. But fathers, and I always say a mother can't teach a son how to be a man. That's the role of a father. Fathers, it is extremely important that you teach your sons the rope and not let them make the same mistakes that some of you made in just having unprotected sex and having children all over the place that you can't take care of. And the cycle continues. Because at 18, the poor boy don't even know what to do. But he feel how he feel. But he even know what to do with how he feel. And got himself in some kind of monkey pants with somebody who is obviously more experienced than him and trying to tie up the poor child head. So on this Holy Thursday, in the year of the Lord, a young man says he was 18 and he was still a virgin, and there was this girl that he went to school with, and they started talking, and it so happened. Let me tell y'all, women mature faster than men mentally and every other you can think about. We're miles ahead up here before a lot of them. So no matter how young you think you might be, you always have to have your smarts on. You always have to keep it on. And let me tell you this. He said they started talking and they eventually had intercourse. It was his first time. And while he was with her, he was asking, well, what to do with, what happens after you're done having all the excitement where you're off now. And he was not wearing any protection, neither was she. And she told him to let it fly. Wherever it stopped, let it fly. I'm trying to be so politically correct here. I'm sounding like we need a podcast where we can just be raw and unfiltered. Anyways, because she said to him she has a morning after pill. Kamisha, did I say morning to you again? I'm not sure. So she said she had a morning after pill, and so he did just that. What she said to do, just let whatever go. And after they had intercourse, she went looking for the pill and couldn't find it. So she said he wasn't bothering because she said she would get it tomorrow. Red flag. And he never asked her if she got it because at the time she was also with someone else. Long story short, months after, she had a baby. She said the baby was premature. And she told him she doesn't know who the child is for, if it's for him or for the dude she's with. So he was like, okay, do you want me to do a DNA test? And she said yes. But he said at that time he didn't have the money. So in a month's time, he messaged her to tell her, hey, he's got it now. Let's do this. But homegirl then said to him, no, she doesn't want to do it again. The DNA test, that is, because she already gave the man the child and he's taking care of the child. So he said to her, at least I want to know if the child is his. And homegirl has not responded up to this day. So somebody, boy child out there, has a girl child maybe, and he's not sure because he says the baby, it's a girl, and he's seeing qualities of him. I know what quality he sees. Maybe I know if he have nice hair, one have color and one not too bright. But he wants to know what to do. How do you tell somebody what to do in a situation like that? What I can tell you not to do in the future is to go about having unprotected sex. We can start there. Because if you're saying talking about being 18 and already you may have a child floating out there, what you need to do is to start protecting yourself. So I don't want to put my money in people's business, eh? But something is telling me that homegirl was probably pregnant before they had intercourse. Because how boom one time y'all had, and then boom, she's saying baby is premature months after you see her pregnant and baby premature and yada yada yada. Something ain't adding up. The story and storying. Like something is like, and again, him being young probably don't understand how things work. Young, naive, ruled by that particular part of his body, jumped into something that could make him or probably made him a father and he's not aware. But what can you do though? What can you possibly do? I mean, after probably have to wait until the child gets to a certain age because I mean, you can't force her. Do you have money to get a lawyer or go to legal aid and counseling and see how they can best help you if you want to be in the child's life if it's yours? Because homegirl says she gave it to the man. Because from all indication, you're young, right? You probably ain't working nowhere yet, or your finances probably not secure as yet. So homegirl, go to the one. Homegirl gave the child to the father who is in a better position to take care of said child. And you're out here stressed because you think it's yours, but she's saying she doesn't want to do um she doesn't want to do the DNA test anymore. So what are you gonna do? What do you want to tell him? I don't know what to tell him. For the men in here, what to tell him? Sam Jim said that's not maturity, that's trickery. That's what you're about. Samuel, could we stick to the point, the meat of the matter, which is what would you say to the young man? What would you say to this young man who thinks the child is? Sorry, I think it's no idea. Listen, ages are in here. Somebody said that I feel she belly big was already big. You know, I swear in Grenada people call people belly big. So she belly big. Yeah, you don't know how to use the word pregnant. You could pick up a Grenadian anywhere just by certain things we say. I've never heard any other country, island, eating boy girl call pregnancy belly big except Grenadians. So, but jokes aside, we seriously need to have the conversation with our young men about protecting themselves. Monty says, as I said, good women are going into extinction. It's about being ethical. As much as 32% men are given children that does not belong to them. Yeah, you know, I was reading something about that. I was watching a YouTube documentary, and it stated that there they it wasn't a documentary. It was a story from Jamaica, of course. But it happened. I know it happens here. It so happened that this man thought he impregnated this woman before he migrated abroad, right? And after being there for some years, apparently he was in the US and was, you know, working and made sure child didn't want for anything, sent everything on the double, made sure the child was good from like Gucci from birth. And it so happened he decided, okay, he wanted to now file for the child, right? And that child was about, I don't want to lie, could have been more than 6, 7 thereabouts. Yeah, wanted to file for the child. And you know, when you're filing for children, you have to do DNA tests and all of those things. That is how the man found out this child he's been taking care of for 6 or 7 whole years was not his child. Talking about devastated, when the man got the results, if his mother wasn't there to hold him up, he would have fell several times. One telling you that man was in shock. In shock. And when he confronted the mother, she claimed around the same time she had slept with her ex. But the man, the father that the one she claimed is the father, was in a better position to take care of her child because she didn't want her child to suffer the way she did growing up. And he was taking care of the child and was in a better position to take care of the child. So even though she didn't know, it was like, it was a raffle. It could be anybody. She was not sure because the time frame in which she slept with the ex and with him, it was so close, it could be either one of them. And according to her, she didn't want to tell him because out of the two, he was better off financially. So she told him. So now this man is devastated. Like, and the person interviewing him was asking him, well, what you going to do? Are you going to continue? And he was like, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what to do, if to continue taking care of a child that is not his, but in the same breath, he loves her. That's his. He held that baby from birth and made sure she was okay. Took care of her from birth till 7. And while part of him wants to like completely just cut loose and move on, he can't, for the sake of the child that he loves with all of his heart and believed to be his at that point in time. So it's a lot of things that happen. It's these things happen more often than we think. There's a lot of women holding their breath and probably telling me to hush my mouth, holding their breath. That you never have to get to a place where they need to do DNA, or the person finds out that this child possibility exists. It can't be yours. That's what we call cut to fit and jacket. Yeah, that's what you call jacket. But child didn't ask to be here, so you have to do right by the child regardless. Up to you whether the interviewer was telling him it's up to him whether he chooses to. People will understand if he chooses not to based on the situation. But so you come on here and tell me nothing. Hello, Mr. Skeet. Mr. Skeet. I know you hear me calling you. So stay outside there and play. You're looking for tambourine and hunting to beat. I thought you told me you're coming early this morning. You gotta check me.
You have to be rooted and grounded in the name of the Lord. You must be rooted and grounded in the name of the Lord. You have to be rooted and grounded in the name of the Lord. There's a crusade we need for you,
Me?
Yeah.
I don't give no child that is not mine. So how I need crusade? What I do?
We need a crusade for you.
What did I do that I need crusade?
We need a crusade for you. The whole crusade you need.
Try the other one if that one ain't holding up for you. That one look like you. You just started it off with.
See what I tell you, that crusade you need? You see?
Why I need crusade? Do you hear the conversation I was having about the
reason why the reason why this one is signed up is because it's too big. Go with that now. Yeah, go with that now.
Answer the question, what do you advise a man that thought a child was his and his next man on?
Aruna, from everything that I would have gathered, while
Hold on, I need to turn the thing around.
No, I don't want to be on camera. I'm not attached for camera.
You're not be attached.
I'm not attached for camera.
Speak.
From everything that I would have gathered during your discourse, I would think that it is a clear,
You'll be like Anselm Clown there.
eh, it is a clear indication that someone was taken advantage of in a gross manner. It was a gross miscarriage
Just justice.
of justice. And in this case,
Brother Anselm.
it was the use of excessive force. Now, let me break it down for you. When I say the use of excessive force, obviously this young lady, or maybe I don't know if she's young, but this female is far more experienced than
The gentleman.
the young man, the innocent young man. Because from all indications, he was innocent. He was taken advantage of during the circumstances. And through no fault of his at that point. But he should have been old enough to know that indiscriminate sexual activities is not something that you should engage in. And as a result, there are consequences. Now, you can escape the reality of the situation, but you cannot escape the situation's reality. The most I would tell him in very short order, based on everything that is before you, allow the people to live happy, peacefully, and comfortably. Because life has a way of coming around very quickly. And justice, while justice is generally delayed,
Not denied.
it is not denied.
So,
no. So I sung him better than a lot of people in parliament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Court. We need to have a court session
No,
one of these days. You're
yeah.
going in parliament and in court as well.
Yeah. So it would be cognizant of this young man to allow these people to continue along their merry lives.
People just laughing on this life.
No, but you see, it's true, it's true. And while you allow them to be happy, go long, go merry, and what have you, and what have not, life has a way of coming back. That 360 that's happened, that turn around, that 180, sorry, my maths kind of thing there. That 180 has a way of coming around so rapidly that there will come a point, if this child belongs to him, he will know.
I say this man need to replace my lawyer.
He will know. He will know. He will know. So the best advice I could give him now is, the harsh reality is, suck it up, move on, but always in the back of your mind, remember that there's the possibility of your offspring outside there. And remember, life has a way of turning around. I can't tell him nothing else. You're young, you go grow it out. But I know one thing for sure now. If you have food in your house, you go have condoms. Right. I didn't want to be on camera. You tricked me. You see another gross miscarriage of justice and excessive force.
No, but song advice. I couldn't have said it better. Because I ain't lying. I was all tight this morning. You said Dr. J on the floor. Now, Council man, Dr. Council on the floor this morning. This week, we can have anyone represent cartel in Privy Council.
Cartel would have been out already. If I cartel lawyer, cartel out already. Because this kind of money, they men charging me $1 money.
So they to get cartel a free wall.
Hold on, my phone ringing, guys. Hello? Sean? Oh, no, Mr. Combs. No. I know. I'm not doing that case. That was Mr. Combs and them calling. I ain't doing that case. You see this 1 minute thing? I ain't doing that case. Yeah, I ain't doing that case. I can't take. I ain't taking that case.
I need enough for you for one day. Have a happy and blessed and fruitful Easter.
It's not all case you have to take. See that case? I ain't want that case.
Yeah, that is the integral commentator. He's a jack of all trades. Yeah, that is the boss here.
Apparently, I wasn't qualified sufficient to
for character.
Well, it is not beyond my competency, but maybe above my pay grade. So I can't say anything more. It is definitely not beyond my competency, but it is probably beneath or above my pay grade, but it's not palatable. You have to be rooted and grounded.
This only Thursday. I mean, I have a friend saying here, morning, oopsie gone. You have to be rooted and grounded, Papa. Like, Puffy liar and them call him big shot liar without any credentials, but he ain't called same way. Anyways, young man, I hope that someone says that's soft. There was this incident where a man made jail of 6 years for child maintenance for a child that wasn't his, and the mother knew who the child was from start. Wow. Now that's cold. That's evil. And they didn't turn around and Jada give her the same 6 years for that? But how did that happen? Aren't you supposed to do DNA and all those things? So they just jail the man and then make sure child is the man on? Wow. Yeah, evil. So there was a man who made jails for 6 years for child maintenance for a child that wasn't his. And the mother knew who the father was from start. NASA. Ain't you the sister and them boy? 6 years, you know?
I don't know if the young man have a trade, but I would advise him to take up plumbing. No. Hey, no. Listen to me. Take your time. Take up plumbing. Let me tell you why.
Why?
A plumber was working in a house for some time. Right? The woman contracted the plumber, ting. The plumber was working. And for a few years. And one day the husband was kind of dissatisfied because every time a pipe break, he ting again. So the boss at the house gave X one day, and he said, listen, the plumber had to go. So he come home in a rage one day after the wife tell him, look, ting. She had to call the plumber again. And she tell him, but the boss said, he said, listen, man, I fell up here. Take all your tools, take everything. Just take everything and go. While the plumber taking up thing and go, he take up the tree trend.
So you turn that on the tools as is.
In the process of picking up his tools, he also picked up the children. So
Yes, come on to the studio. Let me do Denny's walk time for me, please. Yeah, I'm a happy Christ-filled Easter. Whatever y'all doing, please be safe. If you're drinking, you know what to do. Not drive. Make sure you have it under control, moderation, and just be safe. All right. Thank you so much to our friends at Beacon Insurance and Western Union for making it possible as well. Always a pleasure to have you guys on board. Yeah, Jason will be up at 12 noon together with Dre.
They're calling again.
On your happy Easter.